Professor Dr. Ram and my fellow friends. My name is Madhutani Arivalagan, metric number 264931. Today I would like to talk about a lesson on theory of framework that can be applicable in the Midnight Journal entry case study. There are two types of theory and an accounting framework that can be applicable in the Midnight Journal entry case study, namely agency theory, rights theory, and generally accepted accounting principle, which is also known as GAAP. The first theory is agency theory. So what is agency theory? Agency theory refers to the relationship between business principals and their agent. Generally, the labor market is assumed to be a system of agency contracts in which the principal as an employer engage an agent employee to act on his behalf. Is there any problem that arose in ESI related to the agency theory? Generally, the employee and the employer will agree upon some compensation provided to employees in the form of incentive contract. This incentive plan is offered to the employee payable upon retirement in order to increase tenure and loyalty. Whether or not there are adequate funds in the pension trust, the company is obligated to make the promised payment. However, the executives of ESI wrote off an accrued liability of $977,000 associated with retirement benefits to the Asian employees without their consent. They also revised the work rules for the Japanese employees by removing their retirement fund section in the proposed work rules. This may cause its employees to lose their retirement benefits without their consent and expose ESI to litigation for violating their incentive contract. Therefore, this can be considered as a principal-agent problem that might arise between the management and the Asian employees when they terminate the retirement benefits for them without their consent. Now, how can ESI apply this agency theory? To reduce the potential influx of agency problems, it is crucial for both the principal employer and the agent employee to be completely transparent with one another. The decisions and transactions that will be implemented must be agreed upon by each party and must be reasonably fair. The termination of retirement benefits must be informed earlier to Asian employees and asked for their opinions in order to obtain their consent on the decision made by ESI. Once transparency is present at ESI, conflict is reduced because there is less disagreement on decision making and fewer implications that one party is against the other. As the result of agency theory, ESI's employees are legally obligated to pay Asian employees' retirement benefits as agreed, and they must revise the work rules with employees. Next, the second theory is rights theory. So what is rights theory? The term right can be defined as a justified claim that individuals and groups can make upon other individuals or upon society. The right-based ethics means the ethical behavior must maintain the rights of people. The right ethical approach assumes that it is moral and professional responsibility of the management and its company to Is there any problem that arose in ESI related to the rights theory? The accounting fraud of ESI may have caused its employees to lose their retirement benefit without their consent, although the private employees in Japan are not obligated to pay retirement benefits. By doing so was considered as a good industry practice, and since 1981, ESI had offered such a benefit to its employees there. Therefore, this will not only violate Asian employees' rights to retirement benefits, but it may lead to racial discriminations since ESI only terminated the retirement benefits for Asian employees, especially Japanese, Korean, and Taiwanese. Additionally, now, How can ESI apply this rights theory? To make the decision about the reversal of employee benefits, the top management of ESI should consider whether their decision and action will violate the employee's rights. This is because the employee's rights safeguard the employee from discrimination based on their race and protect their interests and entitles them with the right to any incentive promised. Therefore, the rights theory will assist the executives to make ethical decisions as well as leading to moral leadership in the organization. Moreover, the rights theory also encourages freedom of speech in the organization. It is management's responsibility to have an effective whistleblowing system in the organization. This is because it involves reports of employees about the behavior or action that were indicated to have violated the code of conduct and internal controls of the organization. Therefore, a good whistleblowing system should ensure the anonymity of the whistleblowers for their protection. This allows the employees to come forward and speak freely without fear about any misconduct or fraud occurring within the organization. Finally, the framework that can be applicable in this case study is Generally Accepted Accounting Principle, which also known as G. So what is Generally Accepted Accounting Principle? US government established the US Securities and Exchange Commission in 1934. Its purpose was to promote full public disclosure, protect investors against fraudulent and manipulative practices in the market, and monitor corporate takeover actions in the United States. One way. Is there any problem that arose in ESI related to the application of the accounting framework? ESI went public in 1983 and is therefore required to follow GAAP accounting. When the company erased its retirement liability, they violated the rules set forth by the SEC and GAAP. The company had manipulated its earnings in order to merge with another company. It was clear among management that this was fraud. Morrison Foerster, an outside law firm. Now, how can ESI apply these accounting standards? To mitigate this issue, as a public company, ESI should adopt GAAP accounting to ensure transparency and protect investors, since SEC require the public companies in the USA to follow the accounting principles. Through the use of GAAP guidelines, the company should reduce the risk of data misstatement and avoid fraudulent financial statements. For instance, the company should restate its financial statement for 2 quarters and hire an independent accounting firm to conduct an audit of the Asian benefits issue. This is because the GAAP provides detail to diagnose gaps in the accrued liabilities associated with the retirement benefits for Asian employees. Therefore, this standard helped the company to provide a true and fair presentation of financial information and help the investors to better compare companies in order to make major and acquisitions. In conclusion, the theories and framework discussed above assist me to suggest solution for this case study. The suggested solutions are reducing the amount allocated for employee benefits with their concern. The agency theory and rights theory suggested that whether or not there are adequate funds in the pension trusts, the company is obligated to make the promised payments. Therefore, the company should reduce the amount allocated for employee benefits with their agreement. The second solution is having an effective whistleblowing system. The rights theory also encourages freedom of speech in the organization. Therefore, it is management's responsibility to establish an effective whistleblowing system within the organization by ensuring the anonymity of the whistleblowers for their protection. The third solution is restating the financial statement for the previous 2 quarters. The GAAP provides guidelines to diagnose any misstatements in the financial statement. Therefore, the company should restate its accrued liability associated with retirement benefits of $977,000. The fourth solution is hiring an independent accounting firm. The GAAP also provides guidelines to auditors to determine whether the financial statements of public companies follow generally accepted accounting principles. Therefore, the internal auditors could conduct an audit of the Asian benefits issue by following the GAAP standards. That's all from me. Thank you.